Hey everybody, today I wanted to show off my Glock 43X MOS. This is an unloaded safe firearm with an empty chamber, so it's completely safe to handle and show it off today. This is my Glock 43X MOS that I have done all these minor modifications to the last few weeks or so, and I happened to stop into my local gun shop and picked it up for a good price. It was kind of hard to pass up because I've been looking out for one of these for a while, especially because of the rail. It's the main thing that really makes these ones stick out. So all the minor little things I've done is such as add this TLR7 sub. The TLR7 sub is one of the new lines that Streamlight's added, being able to have this TLR7 fit on these slim frames that, such as like the Springfield Hellcat or the SIG P365 width. And what's nice about that is it gives you that 500 lumens compared to like the TLR6s, I believe, that are just a little bit low power, I feel like, for a light that you want to have on like your everyday carry. It does have a sacrifice with the fact that it has a longer light than the slide and frame, but I feel like it's a small little thing you have to give up for the fact that it's able to hold or be such a bright light. So one of the things I do like about this little setup I got here is of course the shield magazines. These shield magazines are very nice setup. They hold 15 rounds like I have right here. These are my hollow points. Able to fit 15 rounds with the same length as a standard Glock polymer mag. So it's a very nice little setup compared to the 10 rounds that normally come with it. And the only cons is that they're metal magazines, so you have to swap out that you have to swap out the ejection slide or the mag release. That mag release, what the issue is that the polymer one that comes stock on the Glocks will get chewed up by the metal frame of the Shield Arms bags. So the only con is to that is if you get yourself a polymer magazine like this unloaded one here, you put it in, it'll work and it'll function, but it no longer comes out on its own because it's gripping hard due to that metal mag release. So you have to pull it out, kind of like the Gen 1s how you had to do. It's a small little price to pay, but I feel like it's worth it and justified. I also swapped out the stock Glock sights and threw on these Ameriglow tritium night sights, and they allowed for a lower 1/3 co-witness with my Holosun 507K. The reason why it is able to have such a good co-witness, especially for this model, because Holosuns don't usually fit on these slides, the MOS, without a base plate. I did mill the slide, or I filed it and dremeled it. So you had to dremel these back two pegs flush, and then you have to dremel these just enough to where this Holosun can fit still, because there's a little bit of room on the front. The back of the Holosun is completely flush, so there's no place for those pegs to go in. And I had to, of course, shorten the screws a little bit, and I threw a little bit of cold blue on the slide to really protect the exposed metal now. It seems to be a flush fitting fit, and I like how it looks, and I like the functionality of the fact that you have a really good lower 1/3 co-witness with it. And then if you have your normal, you have all that window space now for your full red dot. That's a lot of view, especially since it is a thinner optic compared to what it's like on a Glock 19s, because they have a little bit extra leeway room because they're wider. So that's basically what I did, besides throw on some Talon grips. Talon grips add that little bit extra that you need, because these these grips are very thin, and they can be, I feel like I have bigger hands, but not super big enough hands where I feel like I need to get on Hogue grips, I think they're pronounced. I feel like that's just defeating the purpose altogether. Like, might as well just have a Glock 19 and call it a day. I did like the fact that I went with the 43X over the 48. I think the 48 has a lot of pros to it, and it would work better with this light than my 43X does. But overall, it's a very slim factor. I do like if I take off the light, it's shorter, and that's if I get another holster for it. I need to figure out a good holster for this setup, because I've bought one and it's all right, but I do not like the size of it, because it's almost like the size of a 19 holster that I have. I'm like, well, I feel like I could get some slimmer ones online. I'll have to keep looking. Anyway, this is just my basic little setup and my everyday carry. It's very reliable in my opinion, and I think anybody should try to get to this point as much as they can. And the only thing that I think, the most thing you could sacrifice on this without it is, I'd say, the light or the optic, which you don't have to get the 43X MOS for. If you did want to do the TLR7 sub, you would have to get an additional rail attachment to be able to fit the TLR7 sub onto your Glock 43X, the standard one. So that's the only other con, is if you don't get the MOS. That's why it just makes sense to get it all in one and train with the light or the optic, because the optic is proven to be much faster acquisition, and it allows for you to get those a single point of view instead of trying to line up 2 points of views. So yeah, that's just my daily everyday carry, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you.